Welcome back. This is Game Plan on Joy 99.7 FM and on Hits 103.9 FM. My name is Fentio Tahiru Fentio. Daniel Cranting is here. Danny K, how you doing, my brother?
Otto has dropped the list of conquerors.
Yes.
Yes.
The list of what?
Conquerors.
To conquer who?
Sudan. Home and away. Home and away.
You know the Sudanese team are no pushovers.
After all the work that they have put in to make sure that we play at home,
yes,
they will be pushed over whether they like it or not.
You played at home and lost to Angola.
How long have you waited to see this thing?
24 years. It still happened under Otto Addo.
Boga, it won't be 2-2. Forget it. Forget it.
God. Oh God.
The work that you've put in this pitch.
You know, Sudan are top of their World Cup qualifying group, which has Senegal. After 4 matches, this is not after one game. After 4 games.
Oh wow.
Sudan are top.
I'm afraid.
Of Group B.
Yeah.
They have 10 points.
So what?
They've scored 7 goals.
Wow.
Amazing, isn't it?
So amazing. I'm so scared.
I know.
I'm so scared.
I know.
I'm shivering. Oh, Kopama.
You have to be.
Apu.
You have to be.
Apu.
Because Ghana cannot even top their group after the same number of matches, 4 games.
See.
And the opponents in Ghana's group are Comoros. The opponents in Sudan's group are Senegal.
Okay, so they've qualified there.
But they are on course.
Boga, have they qualified?
They are on course. If something happens today and we stop the World Cup qualifying, Sudan are going to the World Cup. You are not.
Don't go. FIFA won't do it like that.
And in the AFCON qualifying as well, they find themselves in a group with Ghana. You want to guess where Sudan are?
Where are they?
Second.
Hey.
And qualifying.
Hey, this
because 2 teams qualify in the AFCON qualifiers. They're second. You know where Ghana is?
So we should stop playing, eh?
No. Stop writing them off.
I'm not writing them. I'm saying Ghana. You said I'm confident. You are telling me you two are confident for somebody.
I'm not confident for them.
I'm confident for Ghana.
Yes, I'm trying to understand the source of your confidence.
See,
it's not. No. I'm saying
2 teams will play the game.
Yes.
One may win. One may obviously. If one wins, one will lose.
Is it a may or will?
It's not why.
You said.
I said one team may win.
No, not that one. Before that, you said you were confident.
No, I'm putting out an analogy.
Okay.
So obviously, if one team wins, it means one is losing. If they draw, they are sharing the sport. I'm saying that in the event that one team wins, I'm saying it to be Ghana. You are telling me I'm writing somebody off. How is it writing somebody off? So I should say Sudan will win. That's what you want me to say. Okay, Sudan will win. Are you happy?
I didn't want you to. I don't say that.
So don't win. Ghana will beat them.
I'm trying to understand the source of your confidence. It's not rooted in any scientific analysis.
If we are going to follow scientific analysis, Angola have come to Baba and won. 24 years, Ghana hadn't lost at home, yet Angola came and they came to win. Is that science?
It was coming.
It's football.
It was coming.
It was coming how?
You have been poor.
Poor how?
You've been scraping
the last 2 games before Angola came
scraping by.
The last 2 games before Angola came to Baba, Ghana had beaten Central African Republic. Ghana had gone to Bamako.
Did you watch the Central African Republic match?
What was the result?
4-3.
What was the result?
I just mentioned.
Why the 4 goals was it for Central Africa? Was for us.
Kwame Amin is here too. Kwame, wearing a very shiny yellow and mauve. He's just are those colors of Mediama or?
Oh no.
Oh, sorry.
Vision Football Club.
You work for Vision now?
Yes, I do.
I see Vision Foundation.
Yeah, Vision Foundation.
We all started this job.
Yes,
you have run away to go and work for.
Of course. Why should I still be here?
You work.
I ask you a question.
Why should I still?
Why should he still be here? Ask you a question.
See,
you've got to put yourself in the corner. Now you're making all of us look bad.
Why should I still be here?
Why should he still be here?
I left this job somewhere in 2018.
Damn.
Have you watched this movie before? The Wolf of Wall Street?
No, I don't want to even see it.
Have you seen it? There is a scene when I think the FBI, whoever, were planning to raid his company, and then he stood on the table, not that one. And then he was quiet for a little moment, and then he says, I'm not even leaving. That's what I was about to tell you. You left in 2018. Me, I'm not leaving.
Yo, you can stay.
Welcome to the show.
Yo, thank you, Fence.
Yeah. Vision Foundation.
Yes.
What do you do? I mean, I know the Vision Football Club.
Oh, yeah. You see, Ghanaian clubs don't have a culture of setting up foundations. You see,
they don't have a culture of giving back. They have a culture of taking.
You see,
come and pay and watch.
That's all they do.
Yes.
That's all they do. So, we are visionary. We believe that we exist in a community. There's a theory in corporate social responsibility called the legitimacy
I mean, it's not
theory.
an interview.
No, I'm talking like.
I just ask you simple
questions. I'm
answering
trying
the
to
question.
explain the thing to you.
What talk about Otto Addo?
No, he's very knowledgeable. So if you want to talk about one, why did you ask him about his thing?
I was just curious.
That's what I'm saying.
So he's
I'm
answering you.
explaining. Just give me some few minutes. Let me explain to you. The legitimacy theory says that without society, businesses won't exist.
Yes.
They give us legitimacy to operate. So when we are operating,
did we need a theory to explain
oh
that?
no, but that's it.
But it's true. Some people
That's it. I'm telling you. I'm giving you knowledge now. Your ears are hard. You don't want to listen. Fentio Tahiru Fentio. Today, make up your mind that you've learned something called the legitimacy theory.
Yes.
Say it after me. Legitimacy theory.
Legitimacy theory.
Good boy.
Quick.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
So without society, we can't operate.
Yes.
And while we operate in the society, we need to give back to the society.
Yes.
So Vision has set up an arm that is responsible for community engagement. Right? Just to ensure that we give back to the society.
Okay.
That we operate. We operate in Medina, we operate in Tema Newtown. That's where we play our matches. So we decided to.
What do you do?
Oh, today we went to do a donation at the Mahia Polyclinic.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. It was.
You have enough money to pay your players.
Yes.
And do all these things and still
But
go and do donation to hospital.
Excuse my language. Who says when you are poor you can't give? Hey, you know, sometimes you have to still give. You know, something small.
No, I'm actually impressed.
It's a spiritual principle.
That's what I'm saying. I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed.
Yeah. So
because I'm sure you have a lot of needs, but you found it to still.
It's important.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm impressed.
We are really connected.
And it will come back.
Oh, of course.
I'm impressed.
We'll win the league. Why are you laughing, gentlemen?
Vision play their matches in Tema now. I'm guessing that's why you went there.
Yeah. So we went.
That's actually smart.
Yes.
Smart.
So we went to the Mahia Polyclinic. We did a donation. We went there. We engaged with them first.
Okay.
About a month ago, and then today we went there to do the donation. Bought some medical items, and we cleared the bills for some women who had given birth. It was so touching. I felt so touched. And when I went there after we've cleared the bills, and I was looking at the mothers, and it was we gave them some Vision branded shirts. The babies, they'll be playing for us. A lot of boys were.
This is a newly promoted club, right?
Newly promoted club.
You're in your debut season in the league.
Season, and we are showing the big boys how to do it.
Making it count.
Yeah, we are making it count. It's very important, but it's a conversation we need to have. I know
No, it's essential.
Yeah, some can pay players, but you see, we need to find societal problems and try and make a little contribution.
Yeah.
Just a little.
It's not all about taking, right?
It doesn't take much.
Yeah.
To whom much is given, much is expected.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't take much to go out there and make those contributions to the communities in which you operate. It's not always about taking gate fees and selling replica jerseys and
shouting, give us sponsorship.
Give us sponsorship. You don't know, sometimes when you do these things, you get sponsorship out of it.
Yeah, it's possible.
It's possible.
It is possible.
It's very possible.
Something you said that really touched me,
Yeah.
that you don't even, was it Daniel that said it? Even the poor give. In
Yeah,
fact, the
you
poor
have to.
even give more than the
You
rich.
have to give. You
Poor
have to
people,
give.
because they know what it's like to lack.
You have to give. You have to
So
give.
when they're giving,
You have to give.
you know, they
So that's
give
what we are doing.
from
That's
the
what
heart.
we're doing. That's what we're doing. So there's a lot more to come.
yes.
A lot more.
Speaking about poor giving, Ghana like dashing 3 points.
Oh, of course.
It's a principle. So when you keep dashing, it will come back.
Let's go through the squad then. Otto Addo has named the squad. How many players are in there? 25 man squad for the 2 matches, and this is how the squad looks like. Okay, he's named Jojo Wallacott, and the goalkeepers don't change. 3 of them: Jojo Wallacott, Frederick Asari, and Lawrence Atizigi are the 3 goalkeepers. Frederick Asari of Kotoko. Of course, Jojo Walcott plays in Scotland these days. Oh, he's back to England, huh? I think so.
Crawley Town.
Yeah, Crawley Town. He's back to England. And Lawrence Atiziki as well. And then he's named Kingsley Schindler and Tariq Lamptey as fullbacks. Alexander Juku is back in the team. I'm very happy for him. Alexander Juku, Mohamed Salisu, Jerome Opoku, and Abdul Moming are the 4 centre backs that is named. Ali Seidu has also been named alongside Gideon Mensah. Isaac Affle also named. And in midfield, Ibrahim Sulemana is back with the team. Thomas Partey in there, Majid Ashimeru, Elisha Owusu, Mohamed Kudus also in there. And the wingers, you have Ibrahim Osman. He made his Champions League debut yesterday. If you watched the final game, on Wednesday night, he had a really good game. Enes Nyama of Olympique Lyon returns to the team too. He had been injured for a while. Since his return from injury, I'm not sure how many matches he's played for Lyon this season, but we can quickly check that. But he's back in the team, or back with the team. Sahaku Fatal is also in the squad. He seems to have sort of lost his starting position in the Leicester team alongside Jordan Ayew. Both of them were on the bench last weekend, actually. Anton Semenyo, who is in red-hot form for Bournemouth, scored a wonderful goal on Monday night. He's in the team. Joseph Pinsel of LA Galaxy is in there. Brandon Thomas Asante, Inaki Williams also scored yesterday. He's in the squad as well. Very strong squad on paper. I'm not sure there's any surprises there, really. But Danny, okay, let me begin with you. You've been listening to the press conference along with this team that is named. Anything stand out for you in terms of even Otto Addo and what he said and what he's probably thinking right now, knowing that surely we cannot afford to drop any more points, or suddenly it could be looking really tricky?
Look, the thing is, Otto understands the importance of these next 2 games. And I would say, look, if you're a footballer, a manager, you of a top footballing side, and you are in trouble and you don't understand certain significance, and you don't deserve to have the job. They know what they have to do. It's 1 point from a possible 6. We're already lacking behind. We are going to face a team that is above us. I think Sudan have 3 points, so they are 2 points ahead of us. If Sudan get 4 points from this, it's probably done and dusted for them in this qualification window, because after these 2, there are 2 more matches in November, and then that's it. So it's very important that the Black Stars get at least 4 from a possible 6, at least.
Yeah.
And you can tell that Otto understands the objective. He understands what is at stake, and the added.
I feel like even four crowd will not be enough. We need at least 6.
No, 4 will take us above. 4 will take us 2 points above Sudan.
Right.
Which is important. You need to get above the closest.
You do know that Sudan have 3 now.
Yes, we have 1.
We have 1. If you get 4, we'll get 5, and they'll get 4.
Yeah. So that'll be
okay. Wow, 1 point. Yeah. So 1 point above them. Hey, it's not enough. Yeah. Anyway,
it's looking really.
That's what I'm saying. It's
because we are going to Angola the last,
yes.
and then home against Niger,
and
Sudan will host Angola. So anyway, but
we have started. Do you need calculator?
No, it's not about calculation. It's just you said 4 points will not be enough. I thought it would be enough, but I think I've done the calculation.
It could be enough. I'm just saying that to be on the safer side, it really would be important to get 6 points.
That's what, it's a base. Yeah. I mean, something to
but
start off with.
It's really important. Yeah. The team needs to get positive results in this window, or it's done and dusted. To be frank, you can't be hoping for a miracle on the final day, because it's not going to happen. Sudan is going to face Niger and bank on they'll win that game at home against Angola. And okay, it's a neutral, and you never know. Even
the away game, to be fair, Sudan were unlucky to lose. I watched the game,
and you see, because of the fixture lineup this window, Angola is also facing Niger twice.
Yes.
By November, Angola may have already qualified, so they may not even go into that game against Sudan with
any seriousness.
So we need to get the job done. That's how serious this entire is. Make or break.
Actually, you know what? You add 12 points to their current 6, Angola would qualify.
That's 6 points.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
So
they could, like you said, they could get another 6 from Niger.
So if they get the 6 points against Niger, that's it. They've qualified. Because it's two teams that are qualifying. So just like that. And
then suddenly there will be only one spot to fight for.
Yeah.
Man.
Look, it's difficult. It's difficult, and especially because of the Kwesi Appiah factor. Not just the fact that he's a former Black Stars coach, former Black Stars player coming back. Kwesi Appiah is a really good coach.
Very good coach.
He proved it during his time with the Black Stars. Look, you can say whatever you want, but in the history of Ghana, no Ghanaian coach has ever sent Ghana to a World Cup. It's only Kwesi Appiah. The great managers who won the AFCONs never took Ghana to a World Cup. Kwesi Appiah is the one who did it. He's gone to the only Ghanaian coach to coach Ghana at a World Cup. Had some really good performances at the World Cup. Things happened at that World Cup that were not football issues that affected the football, and we all know what happened. But people will always want to blame. He's always an easy target, as I used to say. He's always an easy target. So it's very easy to say yes, he's not. But the records prove that he's a very good head coach and a very good tactician. You don't pick up Sudan, who had probably given up on football, put them on top of a World Cup qualifying group which had Senegal. They are currently in the running for an AFCON. Like it's crazy if you look at what he's doing with this.
All
this
of it
Sudanese
while
team.
staying and doing everything in Saudi.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, you see,
because Appiah literally lives in Saudi Arabia.
A chunk of the Sudanese team is locally based. Their league has been affected because of what is happening there. Yet, international window after international window, he's able to pick these guys and get them to function. So, trust me, his team will be coming to Accra with a lot of belief.
Yes.
A lot of belief. Because they know that their head coach knows Ghana. Even better than the current head coach of Ghana knows the team. That is a fact. Kwesi Appiah knows these boys better than Otto. He understands Ghana football culture. He understands what to do to unsettle the Black Stars players even in Accra. Like Kwesi Appiah has a very good understanding of Ghana football.
It's called institutional
knowledge. Better than he's better than the people who will be in the crowd.
Forgetting that he's part of the executive committee.
Exactly.
There's that.
So he's armed with a lot of knowledge. So this is going to be an extremely difficult game. And you see, it will come down to fine details. And for me, the reason why we didn't perform well in the last window, aside the pitch, it's not body language. The willingness of the players to show up on the day. If that thing happens again, look, we can't get anything out of the Sudan. It's not even draw. Like Sudan will come to Accra and beat us if the players don't step up. Obviously, they operate with instructions, so the Otto's instructions will have to be apt. But if the players don't apply themselves, the willingness to enter those 50-50 battles, to win those duels, because these little things, they may seem okay, but they go a long way in winning football games. And this is a tense.
Not to catch you, you're not the only one saying it. Otto said it.
Yeah.
The presser right now. And when I was listening, they asked him what went wrong in the last 2 matches. He said, and I'm paraphrasing, he said the last 2 games, the Angola match, he said Ghana played well. We were just unlucky to lose. He said, but in the second match, we didn't play well, and he learned that we just need to be more disciplined defensively. And he said the defensive discipline also stems from a certain lack of willingness.
Yeah.
He said it, not me.
That's true.
So basically what you're saying, that a certain lack of willingness, people not taking responsibility. So it means that Otto himself sees what you're talking about, that the players are not applying themselves as much.
Look, we could all see. Like
it was clear. It was evident.
There's no explanation as to why you are standing there, an opposition player is bypassing you with the ball, and you are standing there watching him. That one, you don't need a coach. If you're a professional footballer, and this one is not even club football, you are wearing your national team shirt, you are representing your country, you are a representation of me, you, Kwame, all of us. You are wearing that shirt representing all of us, and you don't see the need to put in pressure and put in effort to win the ball back for it. Then you are not, then you don't deserve to wear the shirt. And this is, for me, this is make or break. Like these 2 games will show me where not necessarily Otto, but the things that we've said about these guys and their commitment to the team. These 2 games will show me where these players are mentally when it comes to the Black Stars. That's what I'm looking forward to.
I mean,
well, we exited the last 2 AFCONs from the group stages, right?
Wow.
You know where
Let
I'm
that
building
sink in.
towards?
Yeah.
Okay. Should it happen that we fail to qualify for the next AFCON, that would be a very, very, a huge dent on the current administration and the current crop of players at the Black Stars right now. They will go down in history as one of the worst sets of people that we have seen in terms of our football in this country, because you can't twist the narrative. You can't say any other thing. You've exited 2 AFCONs and you couldn't qualify for the next AFCON. We shouldn't get there. See, I believe in Otto. I've never hidden that. I think he's a very good coach. You know, one thing I look out for in coaches is their attention to detail, how they try to set their team up, the ideas behind how they want to execute their plan. And Otto is one guy who comes across like that. I mean, if you watch the way he tries to operate, you try to see a coach that is trying to put up a game plan to meet.
It's very scientific in its approach.
And coaches like that really fascinate me. And you don't normally have someone, and it has to sometimes take these guys having to have that kind of exposure from the way Otto have had to be able to, you know, operate in that manner. So I don't want him to go on that tangent. He is the coach, and he has to find a way around this, because this is a very tricky situation. From the analysis that we've done right now, it's a very difficult situation. Sudan will be no pushovers. But the base, as we have established, is simple. Win the game here in Accra and find a way not to lose when we go to Libya. When we have that 4-point base, anything at all can happen when we go to Angola.
Yeah.
Because they came here,
And
had the belief, and got all 3 points against us. The last time we went there,
we got a draw.
and we dominated. We
were inches away from winning.
Joseph Painter,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. We conceded, then showed spirit to fight back.
Fight back.
And that was the game that showed for me what, in certain aspects, Chris Hughton was capable of. His substitutions were
Exactly,
spot on.
were spot on. The kind of players that he brought.
Yeah.
I think he brought on Osman Bukhari and
Joseph
Joseph Painter, and they
Then the
really
next game
changed.
we were back to
They
square
really
one.
changed the
It's
game. So
kinda crazy.
there's a lot that we need to do. You look at the squad now, and there's this consistency I'm seeing from Otto. It's not a lot of chopping and changing. There is this maybe one tweak here, one tweak there. One player comes, one player goes.
Almost
But,
Avram Grantish.
but you look and there's a base.
Yeah.
There's the goalkeeping set, same. Nothing has changed. When you go to the defensive unit, now movement has come to join in. There is always a Salisu, there is always a Jiku, there is always an Alidu, there is always Odoi,
Jerome.
there is always Jerome Opoku, who has become a mainstay for the Black Stars now. You go into the midfield, same set. He's got his own guys. I mean, the guy out
He
of
always
there.
calls Elisha.
Elisha, that's the name I
always
was saying.
call Elisha.
He's got, because of the kind of football he wants to play. The first day Elisha stepped on the pitch against Nigeria in Abuja, when the game was the game was so we had it had gotten so tensed. He came in, calmed the situation, tried to control the tempo of the game. So he's got an idea of how he wants to play and the kind of players he needs to execute that. So you look at the kind of players he gives to us, and it's consistent. So just one player coming in to replace another and all of that. So my issue has been the left back situation. I think we have a problem.
Yeah,
Gideon is back though.
Yeah, I know, but we still have a problem. And that's where I think he's brought in the local guy, Afo, from Samatex, who is also a left back, to have come in to, give us some options in that sector. So it's a very difficult game, Fentu. It's a very difficult header for us. Kwesi Appiah has been doing excellent at Sudan, actually. In the World Cup qualifier, he's not lost a game. He's on top of the group. In this series, in the African Cup qualifiers, he's won one and lost one. And like you rightly said, in that game against Angola, Angola scored. They came back into the game, and Angola had to score again to be able to win that game. So they will give us a fight.
From your you don't have vim.
Oh, the vim they are not.
That is the bottom line.
The vim they are not.
Sicho say make I ask you that. Say how is it that these are the things that you look out for in a coach and yet you support Haji?
We'll talk about that one. We'll talk about. I needed him here. Where is he?
Yeah, he's not feeling well. Sicho is not feeling well.
Sicho is not feeling well.
Yes.
I postponed my award celebration because of him, and he's not feeling well. Sicho, is that how you is?
Muftar Nabila Abdullahi. Muftar, he can spoil something. Just spoil the whole.
From nowhere, Muftar have come to destroy the conversation.
I've asked Philip to join. I just called him Philip.
I'm shocked.
To join on Zoom. He will join on Zoom and come and deal with you. Bottom line, the reality is this.
Yeah.
Amin said that Ghana has exited the AFCON in the group stages the last 2 times. And we are currently dangling with not qualifying. May I remind you all that even for the last AFCON, the qualifiers, it took us till the very last day of qualification. We played 6 games.
Exactly.
It took us the last match.
Central African Republic.
Yes. And for several minutes of that match, we were not qualifying.
Yeah.
Correct.
So it's not like the situation we find ourselves in now is by sheer coincidence.
That's true.
A reminder that it's been happening.
That's true.
And the AFCON performances, it was the same because we got kicked out in round of 16, which is just one step beyond the group stages. Then group stage exit without winning a game. Another group stage exit without winning a game. Only back to back.
Damn.
Granting. And the last AFCON. And it had never happened since 2004 when we didn't qualify the AFCON. Did it take Ghana until the last day of qualifying to book qualification? But that's how we qualify for the AFCON in Cote d'Ivoire. And even for that match, Central African Republic scored first, couldn't equalize. At the time, Angola were winning and we were heading out. Until Nyama scored late on to take us to the AFCON.
Yeah.
So we were that close to not qualifying for the last AFCON. May I remind you all? And this one, after 2 matches, we have 1 point coming up against one of the toughest oppositions in the group. And now we are only praying and hoping that the pitch will do its job. It's looking green. They prevented us from going to check. If you are confident your pitch is good, let us go and check it.
No, but if you go, you will be stepping on it.
Not step, please. I want to stand by the side and look. Look.
What is the science of studying grass? Is it horticulture?
Yes.
Yes. Horticulture.
What is the color of weeds?
When we warned them about Babayara, you and I sat here and we told them that the quality pitch is not about how green the pitch looks.
Yeah, it's true.
The people said we should come out for day.
On
On match day, what happened?
There's
Saw it.
Thursday. Thursday is not far away.
So we've discovered for ourselves.
God grants us life. We'll see it.
We'll discover before Thursday. Wednesday, the
And
training
the training
session.
sessions will start.
We'll see.
Okay.
So I hope that they've done a decent job because we need to eliminate any sort of extraneous variables
Correct.
that could affect the performance.
No, but Sudan, they play on good pitch, so we have to spoil the pitch so that we can have an
When
advantage.
you spoil the pitch, a different team took advantage. That's the problem.
No, but this one we are used to it. So
No. I said when you spoil the pitch.
Yeah, but this one you see, if we spoil the pitch now, it will be
When
back
did
to back.
you get used to
It
it?
will be back to back poor pitches. So by that time,
What is pitches?
like by Thursday, the boys will be used to it. Sudan will not be used to it. So Wednesday night they should spoil the pitch so that Thursday, because Charlie, if the
You
pack
you
is
see,
smooth,
as you are talking that you can't keep a straight face
No,
because you
If
know
the
that
person say CAF will find us, oh.
you know that you are being very silly.
CAF will find us, oh.
oh no, see, okay, see,
But friends, just something. After this game, they are likely to close down the stadium again, no. In
So
fact,
they are dangling
but
with
they've
the
not
idea of reserving it for just national team football matches? Is that what it is? Or why would they close it again?
So they are engaging a company in the Netherlands
Filami.
come and advise them on
Advice.
yes.
Okay.
In fact, they will come and advise and fix. So they are likely to relay the playing surfaces of 3 stadia. In fact, they have the blessings of Jubilee House to do 3, but they want to do 4.
Which are those for?
They're looking at Accra, Kumasi, Cape Coast, and Tamale. They want to regrass all the national
We will
stadiums.
be
Way
very
to go.
happy for
Way
that.
to
Ah, but
Wait
somebody
to
they
go.
took this one.
They will.
So they are likely to be closed down in November, all the way up to the World Cup qualifiers. So from November we might
To
not
March.
have, yes, which is going to be in March. So from November we might not have any pitch in this country for any other domestic competition. That is what
better.
is being considered.
The better.
So
I think that would be a great
so
decision.
depending on the advice they will receive, we'll know what the official position would be.
Okay,
The
fair,
better.
fair enough. So I hope that happens. We will connect to Sicho as well. Take his thoughts on the squad and this game overall. But that's a very great piece of information Muftau has given us. I hope that they go through with it. Do you have an idea how much that might cost?
No, so they were looking at 3 separate companies.
Okay.
So they were looking at a company in Turkey, one in China, and the other one in the Netherlands. The figures I don't have.
You
the
don't
figures,
have them.
but they've agreed to use the company in the Netherlands.
Okay.
That's the company they've agreed to use.
Fair enough. This is Game Plan on 99.7 Joe FM, hits 103.9 FM. We will talk Hagi. We will talk Manchester United. We will talk Chelsea. We'll talk Champions League. All ahead here on the show. But let me know your thoughts on the Black Stars situation, the squad that they've been that's been named, as well as the game coming up against Sudan next Thursday. We'll have live commentary here for you on 99.7 Joe FM, live from the Accra Sports Stadium. But live from the University of Ghana Stadium on October 26th is the Joy Sports Invitational Tournament. Is making a return after a 4-year break. From the dazzling display of corporate colors to the electrifying energy of non-stop cheering to the CEO's penalty shootout, the men's football, women's penalty shootout, mixed 4x100 meter relay, basketball shooting, mixed volleyball, women's 50 meter dash, men's 100 meters, mixed sack relay, tug of war, lime and spoon relay, Scrabble, so many more. All of them will be happening. Mark your calendars. It's on October 26th. 2024 at the University of Ghana Stadium, Legon. We have so many companies that have signed up already. So many that have signed up already. But if you also want to sign up, yesterday Muftau went to one of the companies, and we'll be visiting all the companies, and the energy there was out of this world. But if you also want to register your company, you can just call the following number, and then you can register 0549 126 905 0549 126 905. Sign up and let's go there and have a great, amazing day of celebration, amazing day of connection, amazing day of fun, and it should be exciting. But also proudly sponsored by this show, proudly sponsored by Petrosol Platinum Energy. Good quality fuel enhances your vehicle performance, so you have to know that. And it also reduces maintenance costs. So don't take any risk in terms like this. All you need is value for your money. So look no further. Drive to the next Petrosol Platinum Energy fuel station for your clean, accurate quantity fuel suitable for new technology vehicles. Be a happy customer. Fill with smiles. Drive more miles and save some money. Petrosol, your clean, quality fuel in full quantity. Petrosol Platinum Energy, energizing your dreams. And there's the National Coalition for the Promotion of Proper Human Sexual Rights and Ghanaian Family Values, in conjunction with the sponsors of the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2024. They're presenting the 2024 Family Values March. This march, which aims to make a stand for acceptable family values and norms and promote a cultural notion of the family unit, would come off on October 8, 2024. A number of associations have joined the march in solidarity with the principles of protecting our cultural identity and sovereignty. The Advocates for Christ, the Coalition of Muslim Organizations Ghana, the Ghana Pentecostal and Charismatic Council, the Office of the Chief Imam, Traditional Authorities, Concerned Drivers Association, and Arise Ghana. They've all pledged their support for the match. This year's match will be presenting petitions to the Attorney General demanding that his office files all necessary documentation in the twin cases against the bill currently before the Supreme Court. Another petition will be presented to the Chief Justice demanding that the court issue a timetable for the hearing of the case to ensure that no one abuses court processes to stall the transmission of the bill to the president. The march is non-partisan and would welcome persons of all ethnic, religious, and political persuasion. We, however, would plead that no political party colours would be worn to the march. Everyone should attend in their national colours. It's on October 8th. There's that. All right. We will take your messages after this. So do send me one now if you haven't already. 05511119997. And we will also switch our attention to what happened in Europe over the week. And quite a lot has happened. This is Game Plan 99.7 Joy FM. Hits 103.9 FM. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Game Plan on 99.7 Joy FM. Hits 103.9 FM. Proudly brought to you by Petrosol. Sicho has joined us as well. My friend.
The duties go up from about.
Sicho, how are you doing, my friend? Can you hear me? Okay, Sicho cannot hear me. We'll try and sort that out. But let me read some messages first. Lots of messages have come in here. Jojo, what are you doing with my message box? All right, let me see. This message is from Aziz Idigoro inside Tama Community 1 Site 10. He says, for me, Koja Samoa is the best player ever to have played in Europe based on consistency, and I think he's the most decorated player as well. So I'm sure he's sending that message based on the conversation we had last week. There are more messages here that have come through. Let me take this one. This one says, hi, good afternoon. Are you sure these foreign-based players will give their all? They are afraid to get injured, to lose their spots when they get back. I'm John, inside Asha Man. All right, so let's move on. And this one also says, the maximum points Ghana can get against Sudan is 4. Interesting. And that will only be possible if Kudus is not deployed as a number 10. It's only in Ghana that Kudus plays as a number 10. I've never seen him play in that position in the last 2 years in his club career. That's Joe with that message. Thank you, Joe, for your message. Where are the rest of my messages? There you go. Kobe from Adenta says, I think the squad is okay. And as Mr. Otto stressed in the press conference, okay, let me continue here. He says, okay, hey, your message is long, oh. I think the squad is okay, and as Mr. Otto stressed on teammates supporting each other, that is a very good idea. But we know Kwesi Appiah has been our head coach before. He knows our style of play, and I think Mr. Otto should make some changes with the slow possession game that he's been playing and move to attacking style. Thank you. All right, thank you, Kobe, for your message. And then the message with thank you. That's an interesting one. Need Tojo from Temanutan says, I wish the Black Stars well. Go Ghana. All right, Need. Thank you very much for that brief message. Good afternoon, Joy Sports. The problem I have with the Black Stars squad is the goalkeepers. Why are they still calling Atizigi and Jojo Wallacott? I heard Atizigi's side lost 6-2 yesterday in the Europa Conference League. Kofi listening inside Amasamai. Kofi, thank you for your message. This one says Eric Ten Hag must be sacked. 3 years of spending huge monies on his own players, still no playing identity. The Sakura fraud must be sacked, including Rashford, Maguire, Bruno, and Anthony. They should all follow him out. King Selassie from Adenta Pantai doesn't seem very pleased at all. My name is Six Legs in whatever form. Muftar de Sports Mu Anasu, aka Information what we are saying. GJA Journalist of the Year. Sports Journalist of the Year before somebody else comes to slap me. Oh my God. Let me see if I can take a couple more messages before we go on to Sicho. Same old story from Otto Addo. We have no control over the team, and the lack of commitment displayed by the players will haunt us again. That is from 442 in Sawam. He sent us that message. Sicho, we are going to get into Eric Ten Hag's debate and whether or not he should be sacked. Somebody sent a message, he said he must be sacked. But your first thoughts on these Sudan matches, these 2 games? Man, it's looking scary.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, loud and clear.
Brilliant. Look, these are 2 difficult games against a Sudan team that is on the rise. After Kwesi Appiah took over the place, and he's been doing some amazing job. So they'll be confident, and the boys did mention it. That Ghana have not played well, and every time that we assemble the Black Stars, there's this hope that this is going to be the time where things will come together because we understand the assignment. We know what is at stake. We've always known what has been at stake. We've known what has been at stake at the AFCON. We've known what has been at stake in the last qualifiers to the AFCON, but we still struggle. And so things won't automatically fix itself. I think we are in a space where we think that we've got decent enough players, so automatically they will gel, they will come together and they will play well. It won't happen. That won't happen. We've gone past that stage. If you've had maybe 10 good games and you've had 2 bad games, then you can hope that, things will sometimes fix itself because you have a body of work to fall back on that it was working a couple of years ago. And it hasn't worked for a long time now. So to straight away feel like this time we will play well automatically because we are Ghana, and yes, we are Ghana, I don't see it. Look, Otto needs to step it up. Otto himself as a coach needs to step it up. Yeah, he spoke about the players and their willingness to play and what have you. But if there are players you identify in the team that are not committed to the cause, then drop them. Don't start them. Then take them off when they start the game and they don't show it. If Kudus doesn't apply himself enough in game, take him off. Be bold about it. If it is Thomas Partey, take him off. Look, I'm only using their name because they're the biggest names. If it's Jiku, take him off. If it is Jordan, take him off. Right? You, the coach, need to set that example. You need to set that pace. So I'm not one of those people who are necessarily buying the idea that the players were not showing it. Look, every national team has the same problem. All players go to the national team wanting to stay fit for their club football because that is where they earn their big bucks. But the national team coaches are able to get the players to respond to the call and then play for the team. And that is Otto's job as we speak now. And look, to the players, they know what it means to go to the AFCON. They know what it does to their profile. So they really want to be there. At the end of the day, the coach needs to put and assemble a team that can be able to do the job against Sudan here in Accra. Sudan are beatable. But the one thing about Sudan that Ghana can't afford to do is to try and play their physical game. Sudan are going to be very physical. We saw them when they play against Angola. I've seen them in their more recent games. They are going to be very physical. They like to play on the break. And on set pieces, they are dangerous. Ghana should not try to engage Sudan in the physicality because they will beat us today. We need to work the ball around them with passing and movement. And we need to see a bit more. The team needs to be quicker. They are too slow and too timid on the ball. I mean, that has to change in the attitude. But look, we are going to 2 difficult games. You guys are speaking about getting 4 points. And I think as you said, Fent, it's supposed to be a 6-pointer. Otherwise, we have a very, very tall mountain to climb and we might not hit the peak.
Very well. Thank you. Sicho, just hold on for me. I'll come to you. And if we don't get these 6 points here, Charlie, the thing is not looking good. But let's switch our attentions to what's coming up this weekend in the Premier League. We always barely have enough time to have conversations on what's going on in the Premier League. And we know a lot of our listeners have huge interest there. So today we're going to talk about Manchester United, talk about Chelsea a little bit. United got a very hard-fought draw yesterday in the Europa League against FC Porto. Very difficult ground. They took a very comfortable 2-0 lead. Ten Hag made some very bizarre substitutions, in my opinion, taking on Rashford. Didn't even come on for the second half. And then they give away the 2-goal lead. Then trail 3-2, have a man sent off. Bruno Fernandes, back-to-back red cards, by the way. And then, with 10 men, they showed incredible courage to fight back and get a draw. But then again, another game where a lot of people who believe Ten Hag should be sacked got more Arsenal because they don't think that United should even have put themselves in the position that they put themselves. But they did put themselves in that position. But then there are others that also look to the fighting spirit the team showed to rescue your point from what looked like certain defeat, to say that we have seen some positives. And even a 2-0 lead, they say this is how United play, and they're capable of playing like this. And, so it's a very tricky situation. They have a very difficult game this weekend against Aston Villa, who beat Bayern Munich, by the way, in the Champions League this weekend. And there is a lot of conversation about what should happen if they lose this match. I think there was even a certain belief that United were going to lose both games, and that would spell doom for him. He's got this draw, this Aston Villa game coming on. From your point of view, if he loses to Aston Villa, does he have any more credit to still continue to stay there?
The credit to finish. It finished long time.
Wait, what?
The credits finish.
The credit finish. Ten Hag should not even be.
I think he's lost it, and the job he passed his head inside. Because you listen to him even speak lately, and you realize this is a man who is clutching to straws. Like, he's trying to sound confident, he's trying to sound on top of the job, but it looks as if the job is growing bigger and bigger by the day. And he overarm. In a nutshell, he overarm. So it's getting to a point. You see, it gets to a point where players fail to respond to whatever instructions that you are given. Now, in the course of this week, Benny McCarthy made some remarks about Erik ten Hag being a very good tactician, but lacking that passion on that fire. I've heard that thing somewhere.
Practice. Benny McCarthy shouldn't be serious.
What is Zicho talking about? What is Zicho saying?
Zicho is saying that Benny McCarthy, he was there. What happened?
Oh, but of course, he can make observations. He was part of the coaching staff. What is Zicho saying?
No, Zicho saying that what McCarthy implies is that Ten Hag no wasa.
Oh.
He said McCarthy wanted to say Ten Hag no wasa, but wasa is not in his vocabulary. So.
but like, the point I'm trying to make is, a lot of people talk about him lacking that passion. You know, anytime
what do you mean lacking passion? Like, how?
As a coach, you need a bit more charisma. You know why Spurs
does he need to be a good tactician, or he needs to be more passionate about the job?
See, the job. If you listen to coaches,
what? Explain the passion. Like, he should be animated on the touchline, or what?
Have some fire.
The fire is where in his belly or in his mouth.
You see, that's where the team lacks a bit more consistent. But generally, his tactics has been poor. I mean, over the last 2 seasons, the first season he showed something. You could see that the team had a bit more energy. The team wanted to play. But in the second season, he lost the plot. He adopted a certain style of football. High press, leaving gaps in behind. Failed to properly deal with that situation. It has festered on, carried over into this season. This season, he tried to, control the games a bit more, try not to rush into attack. But the moment United get a little bit of adversity, they retreat back into what they are used to. They panic, and then everything goes bad. There's one thing about Ten Hag. When his teams are losing, they lose badly. He seemed not to have an idea how to arrest a situation and deal with adversity when it comes. Just look at his body language even when he's on the touchline. When United has gone down by a goal or two. Like, he just doesn't know what to do. He just doesn't know what instructions to give. And the players are all over the place. And they seem not to be able to control themselves. I saw a stat that was quite worrying. And it's not coincidental that United has lost or have conceded more than 3 goals in about 24 games or so. More than any other team in the Premier League.
Wow. Since they're hacking.
3 or more goals.
Just they're hacking.
That's it. The last time
so far, they've lost 2 games in the league. I mean, you can by at least 3 goals. No?
Exactly. And just last night,
both at home.
Just last night, United conceded 3 goals. So it's clear. There is a trend. There is a trend. You see, when the team is down, he finds it very hard to pick them up, especially in games. Okay. And that's a key thing.
Daniki, is there a way Ten Hag can improve this team?
There's no way.
He's not capable.
There's no way. If there was a way, we would have seen the way by now. There's no way. There's no way. Last season when they were telling you that United were conceding goals and conceding chances because it was Maguire and Evans. Maguire's wife and Evans' wife. They couldn't even go shopping because the whole Manchester was blaming them for the.
That one is factos.
Fuck. The whole
they were abusing them.
We are abusing the wives and the children of Maguire and Evans. But this season, Onana is in the post. Mazraoui, De Ligt, Martinez. These four of the back five. Four of the back five are players who have played with the manager before.
Yeah.
Already have an understanding of what he wants. They are coming back. It's the same.
That
sign.
he sat down and said, "These are the ones I need."
The same signs. Still conceding goals. Still conceding chances. Plenty. In fact, who would have thought that today, in October 2024, we'll be saying Onana? Yeah, that was sick. Onana. If not for Onana,
United would have been in a bad situation.
See, it's serious.
Yeah.
My point is, you see, I've passed that stage where I won't say anything about Ten Hag. Oh, Ineos and the Glazers. How far do you want United to fall before you sack him? The season is still we can still salvage the season.
It's still active. I mean, we've not gone anywhere yet.
We've not gone.
We are still in 4 competitions. Still in 4 competitions.
Chelsea were December when they sacked Lampard that time. Tuchel came in half a season. He transformed the team.
Correct.
We are still in the first half of the first half of the season. Get me quick. I told you that by November. I looked at the fixture list and I done calculation.
That prophecy,
Oh.
Sichu.
Yeah, man.
Is it really that straightforward? I feel like every United fan I've spoken to, maybe in the last 2 weeks, everybody wants Ten Hag gone. But it's only online that I see a lot of people defending Eric Ten Hag. It's like there's no way back for him at this point. But what are the owners seeing? Because clearly he still has a job, and all of your opinions mean nothing.
Yeah, but friends, for the owners, they desperately need Eric Ten Hag to succeed, and that's largely because they were placing a bet on him to do well this season. Look, he had an opportunity of changing Eric Ten Hag and redirecting the club, but he didn't. What happened this summer is they've gone on to sign players who are not necessarily world class, but are Eric Ten Hag players. So they signed Matthias De Ligt, who he's not world class. He has the tendencies to be, but he's not. They signed Mazraoui, who didn't make the cuts at Bayern Munich, right? They've gone on to sign Manuel Ugarte, who PSG didn't want because of the manager there, and they're going to bring in Joshua Zexi. Now, these 4 players United have signed in this summer are all not world-class players. These are not players who walk into every starting 11 in the world. So you need a manager who would want to work with them or who finds them a fit to his philosophy. So here's the problem. If you sack Eric Ten Hag now and bring in, say, a Thomas Tuchel comes in and Mazraoui is in trouble. Thomas Tuchel comes in and maybe he doesn't fancy De Ligt all of a sudden. He comes in and Joshua Zexi is not his kind of player. Manuel Ugarte is not his kind of player. So that is where the owners are at the moment. So every fan wants Eric Ten Hag gone. But the owners are thinking about, if you sack Eric Ten Hag today, who is that one manager who walks into the club and doesn't necessarily need an overhaul? Because guess what? When Eric Ten Hag took over Manchester United and wasn't necessarily playing well, the excuse he had was that every single player he came to meet wasn't good enough, or most of the players weren't good enough. So he had to bring in his own players. 3 years on, he's brought in everybody he wants to bring in, or most of the players that he wants into the club, and the club is still not performing. So if you sack Eric Ten Hag today, you are back to where Man United were when Eric Ten Hag got the job, because under Eric Ten Hag, they still failed to sign world-class players who every good manager can work with. And that is why they've got Anthony. It is why they've got De Ligt. They've got Mazraoui. They've got Malacia. They've got Eriksen, Zexi, Højlund, who you don't know if the next manager can thrive with.
That's interesting. It looks like it's an absolutely lost cause. And now the United owners are banking on hope rather than believing in anything. But he's delivered 2 trophies, so I guess maybe that's why he used to buy himself some credit. On the other hand, Enzo Maresca is flying. You, Sicho, people are calling you out on Twitter. I've seen people saying that they've not seen you comment on Chelsea in a while.
No, but he said he won't talk about Chelsea again.
No. He said the project is a joke. Is it still a joke to you?
He said he won't talk about Chelsea. Allow the guy. Why are you forcing him?
Is Chelsea's project still a joke to you?
Hang on. All right. So at the start of the season, I said I wasn't going to speak up. I said I wasn't going to tweet about Chelsea, right?
Because you knew that Chelsea were going to high fly.
No, not necessarily. Everything I have to say about Chelsea has been said. Every single thing. Daddy K wants to hear me. Let me talk to my brother. Hoping this to let my brother hear me. My brother was
they are listening to you, my friend.
Look, everything I have to say about the Chelsea players, I've said it. I don't think that Chelsea spent over $1 billion in 18 months. And I've said it that Chelsea are not going to win anything big. And I did say this thing on your show, on this show, and every platform I've been on with you. Enzo Maresca, and I said it again on this platform, that he's a good coach, but he will have to prove himself.
Sicho, hold on. Daddy K, tell Sicho to hold on.
Hold on.
Cool down.
Something is going on here.
Cool down.
Something is going on here.
Boxes upon boxes.
Boxes upon boxes.
Boxes upon boxes.
Oh my God.
What do we have here? Come close to the microphone. Please leave that in there. Leave that box there. And come to the microphone. We don't have time. Hello, young lady.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm okay. What do we have here?
This is Domino's Pizza.
Domino's, man. Domino's.
No.
And
In fact, when
Muftahu
young
won
lady, I
the
don't
GJ
get that.
Awards
How
for the
it
best
comes
sports journalist.
Yes, best sports journalist.
So we came to
history of the
surprise him.
country.
This is to say congratulations to
You see, the day Sicho didn't come to work.
I'm shocked.
The day Sicho didn't come to work. The day actually didn't come to work.
People get picked for the office.
So you two have been sitting on my blessings.
Guys, we have literally about 30 Reka, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
So what have you got?
So we brought you boxes of pizzas, choco pockets, must buy, and garlic bread.
Challenge.
You scored there.
He's for there. After here, Sicho, you after here, when we finish, we'll have to take you to one of the Domino's pizza branches.
We have 2 branches.
You have 2 branches. Where?
Yes, one at Osu and one at Islegon.
I know the one at Islegon, under bridge.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what, Rika? We appreciate you guys very much.
You're very welcome.
Now, next time anybody needs pizza, go to Domino's. Go to Osu or Islegon, under bridge.
You can order on our website and get
you have website. Where's the website?
www.dominoes.com.gh.
Allah. Wait, on the website, 50% off.
20%.
20%. Don't
On
tell
all-
Daniel Crancy. Don't tell Crancy. All right, thank you, Rika.
Thank you very
Thank you to the guys at Domino. Sicho, you will have to reserve
you
your
here, but
Chelsea
you-
comment for later.
Friend, hold on.
No, time is
I'm the
up.
one who is supposed to say the thank you. You're not the journalist of the year. I am.
Please.
He is the
please.
journalist. He's
Hey,
not the
allow
journalist.
allow him.
He's the journalist of the year.
All right, thank you
Journalist
very
of the
much,
year.
Rika. Thank you to the guys at Domino's. Thank you, Cranton. Thank you, Amin Bafo. Thank you, Muftahu Nabila Abdullah. My name is Fentio Tahir Fentio. This has been Game Plan brought to you by Petrosaw. Up next is the BBC World Service.